What is going on, people inside that internet machine? Welcome to this episode of Odds and Ends, and as the title would suggest, we got some packages from the trade show, so we're gonna unbox those right now. Meow. All right, another year in the books, another awesome trade show. And like I normally do after the trade show, I put all this stuff out there for trade just to see if anybody wants it. When the trade show's over, I list things on my eBay store. I've got a box of donate and a box of trade in that's going to the game store tomorrow. So this is sort of that time of year where I sort of purge my collection and try and get rid of stuff. But the trade show is great, man. Thank you guys so much for supporting that and showing up and being in the comment section and hanging out with us as we make all of these crazy trades, you know. But we got some beer left over from it. Little Yingling Black and Tan. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. The live stream is up, so if you guys want to watch the trade show, see what's going on, that's awesome too. Couldn't make a trade, couldn't close the deal with Retro Tiburon for Outrun 2019, which is a game that I really want to play. I'm not really a big Genesis guy, but I love arcade racers. And that game really reminds me of Horizon Chase Turbo, which is sort of a modern game. So it's weird that a retro game reminds me of a modern game, but just the way it looks, plays, sounds, I really want to get that game. So Mario's either going to list that on his eBay store again, I'm going to buy it, or we'll work out a trade for something else later down the road, which is great. But I was getting this conundrum because I've got some good stuff left. I've got Demon's Crest, Legend of the Mystical Ninja, you know, Donkey Kong's Mario's on Super Nintendo. I got Death Smiles, you know, some good stuff. Metal Slug 4 and 5 on Xbox. So I don't know if I really want to sell those or keep those, you know, because that's always good trade bait. But anyway, let's get to the packages. I've got a package from Woodbury and Retro Game Hunter, Mr. Matthews, and Retro Heck. All three of those dudes, great dudes, stand-up dudes. I love doing trades with them. So we'll start with a trade from Woodbury and Retro Game Hunter. Now, I can't believe he actually threw this out for trade. It has a little YouTube provenance, a little YouTube importance, at least to me. It's the only RPG that I've ever beaten, but there is also a better story behind it, and it is Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on Super Nintendo. It's got you know, the manual, the map, all that stuff in there. And I was gonna do a what's in the box episode with this, which I think will be great. You know, again, the only turn-based RPG that I've ever beat, but there's actually a cool story behind this. So a long time ago, many years ago, in a YouTube far away, Woodbury and Retro Game Hunter picked up a huge lot of Super Nintendo RPGs. Name all the good ones, they were in there. And it was the video that I found his channel, and now we've been friends for a long time. So I didn't want this to get sold. I wanted it in my collection. I said, you know, you can keep the game, but then because I already have the game, but then I kind of thought about it. I'm like, well, it all came together, so let's keep it together, and I'll just flip my copy. Doesn't really matter. I got that at a convention or a game store or in a lot or something. But yeah, so to have this really cool, complete in box Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. You guys know I'm not a huge RPG guy, but it comes from a guy that I absolutely love and respect. And it came from a video that was the video that I found his channel with. Is incredible. So to have this in the collection is incredible. All right, so the next box is from Mr. Matthews. Really loving the good, the bad, and the Game Boy. And I picked up Bad and Rad. Tyler got that game, and then we traded for it. That game is hard, but it's like that one more try game, you know what I mean? So we did a trade. I have to sort of preface this by saying that Mr. Matthews had already sent me a copy of Mortal Kombat 2 on Super Nintendo. And so we got Jurassic Park Part 2, The Chaos Continues. So Jurassic Park 2 is more of like a side-scrolling run-and-gun type game, where the first one's kind of a top-down exploration game. I've been on this quest to like beat 100 Nintendo games in my lifetime, and I did that this year. So kind of rekindled my love with the NES. So I took this opportunity at the trade show to get some NES games that I kind of needed and sort of wanted to play. And the first one we got is Dino Wars. Again, sort of a platformer shooter type game with mech dinosaurs. I mean, that is 80s all over it, right? So I look forward to playing that one. Mario is Missing. This is a game that I would never buy for myself, but to get it in a trade, no problem, you know what I mean? So we'll throw Mario is Missing in there. I might actually give this one a try, just so I can say I beat it. And then the last game here, I'm never gonna turn down complete in-box Nintendo games, but we got Wheel of Fortune, the Vanna White edition, over 2,000 new puzzles and all new graphics. You want to see those graphics? Boom! For NES standards, that's pretty damn good. Now, I tell you something about Vanna White. Vanna White was a babe back in the day. Is one of those why you taking a 20-minute shower type babes. You know what I mean? I think she did play, but it was May 1985, maybe. But yeah, it's complete. Got the manual, the styrofoam, all that stuff in there. Like I said, I'm never gonna turn down CIB Nintendo games. I wonder, is this Game... Okay, so Game Tech did that one. I know Rare had to do with one of them. Or maybe two of them, but... Yeah, anyway. Old Vanna White edition. Can't go wrong. Alright, last box we got... Oh! One more thing I forgot. I put it up here. We got this from Mr. Matthews as well. I'm not sure what this is from, but it's like a little splinter from Ninja Turtles with a ball bearing in it. So I'm guessing this came with like a play set and there were slides and it would like slide down. So yeah, I'll put that in the Micro Machines box. I'll figure out what it's from. I love little puzzles where I don't know what something is. So I'm gonna figure out what that's from, and then I'll put it in the Micro Machine box as I dropped it in this box. But for now, he can hang out there with Ric Flair and Maggie. You know what that's from? Does anybody know what this is from? All right, anyway. Got a package from RetroHack. RetroHack, man, RetroHack's a tough little trader there, man. This one says open last, so we will open that last. We'll respect his wishes. He did send us a note that says, great show as usual. Thanks for the trade. Hope they bring you joy. RetroHack. So we always keep notes. We find a place to put them. NES games that I didn't have in my collection. Look how RetroHack packs these games, man. He puts them in these like things. I'm gonna get some of these. We got Mendel Palace. So we're doing a trade show, right? And he's like, oh yeah, I got like 5 boxes of Nintendo doubles downstairs. Go get them. What are we doing here? But we got Mendel Palace. This is a game that I don't really even know anything about. I just knew that I didn't have it, so definitely wanted that one. I'm sort of embarrassed that I don't have this in my collection considering what I do for a job. It is Narc, and I can't wait to play this. Just Say No. God, that was a thing back in the 80s. Trojan, Capcom game. There was a time that I wanted to get all of the Capcom games, but then the video game market blew up, and games like Mega Man 5, Mighty Final Fight, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers 2, you know, they all just shot up in price. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get a complete Capcom collection, but we'll sure as hell try. We'll give it a college try. And then didn't have this one, Arkanoid. The last time I saw Arkanoid, they had the controller with it, the special edition Arkanoid controller or whatever it was, and it was like 180 bucks, 170 bucks. But this will play just fine with the regular controller. But it's basically just Breakout, just a typical kind of Breakout game. But I didn't have it. But thanks for RetroHack for putting them in these like sleeves. That's baller. The game that I was really excited about in here is Battletoads Battle Maniacs. Battletoads Battle Maniacs. I've been wanting to play this game for a long time. RetroHack did say it had a little tear on there. I don't care. It's coming from RetroHack. It's gonna stay in the. Even if I find the cleanest copy ever, I would sell that one before I got this one because I got it in a trade from RetroHack, and I want to fire this one up too. And that's what the trade show is all about: getting rid of stuff that you don't want, that you're never gonna play, and getting a bunch of stuff that you are gonna play. So he sent me this. This is crazy. We actually kind of learned a little bit. So look how RetroHack packed this manual. Straight baller. And this is a manual for Super Mario Kart. Now, I thought sort of a manual was a manual was a manual. The black and white ones were in like the greatest hits editions. The color ones came with, you know, the the not greatest hits edition, the first print run, second print run kind of thing. But Retro Heck was really schooling us. He's like, look on the side of the box, what's the number? It has to correspond with the number that's inside the manual. And that's where like the better money is. So I have a mint condition Super Mario Kart with the box. And I've been looking for a very mint condition copy of the manual, which Retro Heck had the manual, and it matched my flap, which sounds funny. But yeah, I'm gonna set this over here away from everything else because I don't want it to get bent. That box, the box I have is mint, mint, mint. And the cart is mint, mint, mint. And the cardboard in there is mint, mint, mint. So I'm very excited to have a complete in-box copy of Mario Kart. Funny story about that, we get Christmas money and we got a Super Nintendo. We went to Myers the next day and I wanted Mario Kart. I was gonna spend my money on Mario Kart. And my stepmom, God bless her, she was like, you just got a Super Nintendo and a bunch of games. Why would you want another game? I'm like, it's Mario Kart, you know? So yeah, great. And then the game that, sort of the big game in there that we traded for, Earth Defense Force on the Super Nintendo. I love this shooter. So I've got a copy of this that I'm gonna throw up on my eBay store or throw in the doubles pile for next year. But a nice complete in-box copy of Earth Defense Force on the Super Nintendo. This is my favorite Super Nintendo shooter. Super Nintendo, known for slowdown. But I tell you what, there's no BS with this game. There's no in-level power-ups. Do you want the homing missiles? You select that right at the beginning of the level. Do you want the grenades? Do you want the photon torpedoes? And then that's how you blast through the level. So I think I have a no-death run of this on my channel under Let's Play the Classics. But this is definitely my favorite shooter on the Super Nintendo. So to get this CIB is absolutely huge. So thank you so much to Retro Heck for sending me that. And we got one more order of business here. It says open last. Make sure it's not ticking. It smells like C4. All right, let's cut this open. Take a look at this. What is this? Okay, so we're gonna pull this out. Nope, not yet. He packed it in there tight. I gotta say, Mr. Matthews, Woodbury and Retro Heck, Game Hunter, Retro Heck, expert level package. So I'm gonna let you guys see it before I see it. Oh no, because I just did that and turned it around. It is Joker Batman. This is a Spin Masters first edition. I love these little figures, man. I think this is the size to go. These like 3 1/4, 3 3/4 inch figures. Yeah, very cool. Is there a special item in there? There's something going on the side. I don't know if you get mystery accessories. 3 surprise accessories inside. How about read the package, dum-dum? It says 3 surprise inside, 3 surprise accessories inside, and then it shows you the accessories. Who did this? Hasbro? Maybe. Yeah, very cool. So thank you for the bonus, Retro Heck. That is very cool. We'll get that on my toy channel, which is called The Toy Freaks. Cheap plug. Link down below. We're almost at 500 subscribers. We're going to do a giveaway. But yeah, super cool. Thank you guys so much. Guys, that is going to do it for the trade show trade packages. So far, I got a lot of great games. Had a lot of fun. And I hope the other guys got the stuff they wanted and enjoyed their bonuses and all the stuff that I threw in their packages. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourselves. Like, comment, subscribe, share on social media. Don't forget to bang that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of your CM Retro gaming goodness. And we will see you on the next one.